This morning, as I was walking home from dropping the kids off to school, I realized I really needed a pep talk about something. And I thought, well, if I'm going to give myself a pep talk, may as well give you one as well. If you don't know me, my name is Jana Denton House, and I'm a marriage coach. And welcome to your Fortress for Wellbeing. This is a place where you can come to get tips and encouragement to grow your Baha'i marriage. So welcome. It's great to have you here. And so before I go on, I guess I probably should explain what default parent means. And I think I came across this term on a forum a couple years ago, and I really liked it, and I really felt like I could relate to it. It's basically being the parent who is the one who is going to be at home when the kids are sick and can't be at school. It's the one that is going to go on the field trips, the one who is going to go to the parent-teacher interviews, the one who stays home during the summer and spring and winter breaks, the one who is always going to take care of the kids when they are needing to be taken care of. And so in my situation, I had the opportunity to stay at home when the kids were young, and I know not a lot of people have that opportunity, but we did, and so I put my career and all of that stuff on hold for about 6 years, and then when they were both in school, then that's when I started to thinking about my career again and starting to grow this business. And I was like, great, I've got 5 hours a day. I'm good. Like, I can do this, work a bit on the weekends. And then I quickly realized that kids get sick and they need to stay home. And there's prody days and holidays and long breaks like summer vacation, which is 2 months. And we decided not to put our kids in after school care. Their grandparents sometimes look after them a little bit, which is really helpful, but we don't have any sort of formal structure in place. And so my husband, he works, he's got a 9 to 5, he's got a great job, he's an engineer, he's our primary breadwinner, and that makes sense because we put his career as a priority, so he got to get advance in that, and he is bringing home the bacon, so to speak. So I need to be the default parent. Typically, the default parent is the woman, but I didn't want to leave anybody out. So if you're the male gender, welcome here. This probably applies to you as well. So there are 3 things that I usually try to give myself perspective with. And I don't have them in here, so I'm going to look on my piece of paper to the side here. And I just wanted to share them in hopes that it'll help you, number 1, not feel alone, and number 2, have something to give yourself some perspective with. So number 1 is I like to realize that this is something that I chose, that there is a choice to be made. There's always choices in life. I'm not being put in a box and being stuck. I actually decided to crawl into the box myself, actually. I want to be home for my kids when they get sick. And I am lucky that I have the opportunity to do that, which brings me to my second point of that first tip is changing I have to into I get to. It's really easy, simple perspective shift. I have to go pick up my kids when they get sick, or I have to stay at home with them, versus I get to, because there are a lot of people who don't get to, that they have to go to work. And so, all right, second one, I feel very validated when I remember what the real state of the world is actually in. I came across this quote, I think it was at a devotional gathering I was at recently, and it's from the House of Justice, and they say, these are the darkest hours before the break of dawn. And it's not going to be like this in the future. In the golden age, there's going to be equal opportunity for both the mother and the father, and there's also going to be the raising of status of the station of motherhood. And so mothers will be supported and encouraged, and maybe not necessarily feeling like in order to be valued by society, we have to have a second job, so to speak. So mothers would feel totally happy and comfortable and be financially supported in their role as mothers. And so I am helping to change this. I am part of this change, and that also is a big role for me to play as well. So I get to be part of the change in time, so to speak. And the last thing that I try to remind myself is that my husband is not out to get me. He doesn't choose for them to have a half day, prody day, that's professional day, like they have tomorrow, which is why I needed the pep talk. He isn't choosing to leave me with the responsibilities of picking the kids up from school and going to the parent-teacher interviews and being begged by the kids to join them on their field trip. He is also doing a service to our family by going to work, and he sometimes misses out on some things that I don't miss out on, that I have the privilege to do. So my husband is not doing this to me. We made this decision in consultation. Is it ideal? No, it's not ideal to have this, situation to grow a business and to try to advance my career, but it is something that I chose. So I hope these tips really help you in your struggle as the default parent. You're not alone. And what I would like is if you could tell me if you're out there struggling with this so I don't feel alone. Leave a comment down below or send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great week. Enjoy the Rizwan message. I'm going to do a video next week about that. And also enjoy Rizwan. It's a great time of the year. All right, take care. Bye.